y'all, this is a video on how to podcast your show. So when you come in to do your show, what you're going to do first is you're going to go to Hindenburg on the computer. It's going to open up blank tracks for you. When you're ready to start your show, when everything's ready on the board, on the computer, you press this red record button, and it can be on any one of these tracks. It doesn't matter which one. Press the red record button right here. You'll know that it's working once this level starts moving. And then when you're ready to go and record it, you press record right here. So now your show is being recorded. You do your show like you normally would. And when you are ready to be done with your show, you press the stop button. You unclick the record. And then you go up here to File, Export, and you want to save this as an MP3 file. And then you type in anything you want. My podcast. Alright, saving my podcast. And it's saving it to the desktop. So then you click out of here. You don't need to save the changes to this because it's already saved to the desktop. Alright, so now that you've successfully recorded and saved your show to the desktop on the computer in the on-air studio, this is how you podcast it. If you have a talk show, you're going to want to use Anchor. If you have a show with music, you're going to want to use Mixcloud. I will show you the two ways that you do that. Let's do Anchor first. So it is right here on our Google homepage, and if it's not here, you just go to anchor.fm. All right, and so it's very simple. It leads you through a series of prompts. So you want to enter your name, your email, and your password. This is just set you up an account, your birthday, etc. Alright, so here I am showing you an already created podcast that is on Anchor, but basically this is what your setup is going to look like. You're going to want to name your podcast, whatever the name of your show is, a description of it. I like to put a website in here if there's a link to a website, not necessary though. And then some kind of art that is eye-popping that people will look at on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and be interested in. So then you can also pick the category of your show. There's different things you can go into if you have a news show, arts and crafts, video games, etc. So the thing with Anchor is you cannot have any copyrighted music. So if you have a talk show, this Anchor is great for a talk show. Otherwise, if you have any music that you do not own the rights to, you're going to want to use Mixcloud to podcast your show. Alright, so once you have set up your whole podcast name, go ahead and save that. Now you still have your show that's on the desktop here. You're going to go to New Episode, and you're going to do Click Upload. You're going to find your show on the desktop, so we named it My Podcast. Here you're going to go to Open. You're going to name your episode, so we can just call it Episode 1. You can name it something more catchy. You're going to describe what it's about. We'll just do Episode 1 again, but again, you want to catch the listeners' and readers' attention, so name it there. And you can also put links in here and any show notes if you want. Publish now. All right. And you can, there's all kinds of things you can do on here. You can ask for money. You can make money off of your show on a podcast platform. Not over the air, but on here you can. So that's great. So you can pick the season, you can pick the episode number, and then you just go ahead and press save, publish now, and it is updated. I am not going to actually publish this one. But another great thing about Anchor is if you go to the dashboard after you have some episodes uploaded, you are going to see how many plays you have, what your audience size is like, if you've made any money, if you're trying to make money off your podcast, what episodes got the most listens, where your listeners are at, what part of the country, what platforms they are playing most on. So the analytics on Anchor are great. Anchor is a great site because it will take your podcast from Anchor and push them out to other platforms. So this one is playing on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcast, Google, Overcast, Castbox. They're playing on all of these platforms, and I didn't have to do anything to get it to play on these platforms. Anchor does that all for you. So next up, we'll show you how to do Mixcloud. All right, so if you have a show with copyrighted music in it, so anything that is you do not own or have the rights to, you are going again to go to your browser. Mixcloud is right here, or you can just go to mixcloud.com. You're going to want to create an account. So join, and both Anchor and Mixcloud are free, so that is great. So you go to mixcloud.com and you want to create an account. I'm using an account that's already created, but I will show you what the things that you need to do to create your account. Your name, your show's name, description of the show. You can use where you are having the show on. You can do age and gender, it's not necessary. And then you want to do another image for your podcast cover art and a cover picture, which is just like the banner, just like Facebook has their banners on your page. So once you have all your information filled out, you are going to save the settings in your account. And you are, so this is all the shows for Connor's Corner on Frogtown Radio are all uploaded to Mixcloud. So for a new show, we go up here to upload. And then you're going to want to choose a file. It'll give you back to the desktop and my podcast. Open. You can title it. I'm going to say episode 1 again. Confirm name. And the nice thing about Mixcloud, you can do this in Anchor as well, but you can choose an image for each show. So that's pretty cool. So you're going to, they have tags here. So if it's, you have a dubstep music show, you do that. You can create a background color for your show. You can do different tags. So like hashtag Frogtown Radio, hashtag country music, whatever you want to do. Describe your show. And then when you're done, you press publish. And I am also not going to publish this one, but when you click on your profile, this is how it will look. You have all your episodes. You can click on the episode. You can share it on your social media or email or wherever you want to share. And you can listen to it right from this page. Now, Mixcloud does not publish out the information like Anchor does. Mixcloud only has their shows directly on Mixcloud because of the copyrighted music issues. But the also cool thing about Mixcloud is that you can follow other people. So, like right here, the 9:45 show, another show on Frogtown Radio, following Mike, other shows here. So it's nice because it's a good mix of shows and music on Mixcloud. So again, Mixcloud is for music shows, Anchor is for talk shows. Your file is saved to the desktop and you just drag and drop or upload to these platforms. If you have any questions about any of this, you can email us, stationmanager@wfnu.org. And send us your podcast links if you decide to podcast your shows, and we'll put it up on our website and app. Thanks all.